One segment in housing that does seem to be holding up relatively well is luxury real estate. Listings up slightly in the third quarter compared with the previous year, thanks mostly to those buyers' ability to pay for a house in cash. That's according to Redfin. Meanwhile, non-luxury listings fell 22% in the same period. So what can we expect this year? Sotheby's International, which operates in 1,100 offices in more than 80 countries, just releasing its 2024 Luxury Outlook report, pinpointing trends and the hot markets to watch. Joining us now to discuss this, Philip White, CEO of Sotheby's International Realty. Mr. White, welcome. Good to have you with us. Are you beginning to see, in part as interest rates back off of those highs hit in November, October, are you beginning to see more listings and more activity among buyers, many of whom still have to take out a mortgage to buy a house?
Well, thanks for having me, Tyler. It's great to be here. The luxury part of the market actually did a little bit better than we had anticipated in 2023. I've always believed that luxury leads us out of, an uncertain economy. It certainly did during the global recession, and it clearly did during the pandemic. So I've had experience with that, and I'm seeing that today. I think what happens is, as we all know, Tyler, interest rates impact everything, certainly across the board. With a luxury buyer, the stock market, the equity markets, are a big factor. Those buyers typically have the ability to buy properties with all cash. We've actually seen somewhat of an increase in that, but there are markets historically where all cash buyers are very prevalent. We see that internationally as well. So I think that's an offset to the high interest rates, although they impact, everything. I think quite notable with the stock market up, almost 20% last year. That's certainly a driver for the luxury market. And so, we even though we were down somewhat year over year, not as much as the general market, clearly.
Yeah, and that's a really good and sophisticated point that equity values, stock market, creates the wealth effect, which gives the luxury home buyer the financial cushion that she or he may like to have as they go into that kind of transaction. I'm assuming when we're talking about luxury markets where cash transactions are more prevalent, we're talking about some of the east coast of Florida, maybe Naples, Florida, Sarasota, the Hamptons, Beverly Hills, those kinds of places, right? That what we're talking about? Potomac, Maryland.
Clearly, Palm Beach. I mean, I happen to be in Southampton filming this right now in a major property that we have for sale right now. That's the bidding started actually yesterday. I'm looking at the Atlantic Ocean right now.